Hello, everybody. Welcome to this podcast. I've tried filming this intro at least 4 times, and I can't get my head on right. But you know what? At least we're here. We're getting it started. Today, I do want to share with you a topic that I feel like I don't really talk about with my friends because I kind of just don't. And I think it's really important to talk about. But yeah, I think this will break a lot of ideologies for people. Like if you're someone who like idolized living abroad and stuff, like I feel like your vision will change, and hopefully I can allow for some insight for you. Like if I were to study abroad all over again, like what would I do? So, and I'm talking about specifically in Tokyo at Waseda University. So if you were in like Spain or Barcelona or like Germany, like of course, to each their own, but like take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm just here to just chat about my time that I had. So let's get into it. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about my study abroad experience, and if I were to do it all over again from first base, like what would I do? So this is me specifically studying at Waseda University, which is a university that is in the dead center of Tokyo, and it's known for just being prestigious. Like it's a prestigious university. A lot of students study really hard to get into it. Like it's a really like highly praised college. And I ended up studying abroad for my last semester of school as it would end off my like college career. So it was really fun, and I really had an amazing time. It was just a lot of Japanese to learn. So I think that was like super cool for me to like absorb more information, because I don't really speak in Japanese at home, or like if I do, it's very conversational. I never really know like business as much. And if I do business Japanese, I have to be really intentional with the time I spend, because if not, I'll go cuckoo. So yeah. So background on Japanese, I've been always wanting to study Japanese. I've studied abroad, or I've been wanting to study abroad for like my entire life. I wanted to move to Japan at some point, but I never really got around to it. I really wish I did. But yeah, I've always been a country girly. I love the countryside. I love a lovely like farm and like trees, nature, like not a city gal, which is ironic because I picked a school that is dead center in the city. But I mean, I thought of a lot of other factors. So Waseda University is in the dead center of Tokyo, as I mentioned, and it's right in the middle of the city. Around it, there's a couple cool eateries and stuff, but other than that, it's kind of just like in the middle of kind of nowhere. And it's kind of its own town. It's kind of nice, and like I lived in a dorm personally, in the international dorm, and it was my top choice, which is crazy. And I lived like a 10-minute walk away from school. So I was very fortunate. I was very blessed to only have to walk to school. And yeah, it was awesome. I didn't have to like ride a train in the morning and commute and all that kind of stuff. So it was really awesome. My room was fairly large as well. I just lucked out. I got a big room, and I just was out there. And I think when you're studying abroad, I think the largest thing that you should reflect upon before you study abroad is like, what are your goals? Like for me personally, it was to enhance my Japanese. So if there was a vacation opportunity, or if there was like, oh, all of our friends are going to go see this mountain, like want to come, like I sacrificed that over studying. And sometimes that's great. Like, oh yeah, like you're here to study. But I think I could have let myself go a little and hang out with people and like be touristy for a bit, because I feel like I grew up going to Japan frequently, like in elementary school. So I never really did like the whole touristy thing. Like now I know like where the spots are for like touristy vibes. But I definitely was just out of the loop almost. So yeah, it was just reflect upon like what your intentions are, because hence that will allow for like what kind of friends you allow into your life or in your time studying abroad. I definitely didn't prioritize exploring Japan, period. Like I really was just there for one mission, and was to enhance my Japanese, and I knew that I only had 4 or 5 months to like really lock in. And I think that's what brought me joy instead of being like a tourist in Japan, because it's like I can be a tourist anytime. Like I'm here to study. And I think a lot of the other students, I think were more so like, I may not ever be able to come to Japan again. Like I should just like live it up because I don't know when I'm going to be here again. So lots of like different opinions. So really sit down with yourself and be like, oh, like what kind of experience do I want to make this? And like what kind of experience do I want to like gain? Like if you want to gain like cultural experience, or if you want to gain intellectual experience, or if you want to gain friendship experience, like whatever experience you want to gain, like you should really narrow that down before you go. And for me personally, it was studying. So I would literally study at campus, study at school. Like I was a study bee. Like I literally was studying, which is a good thing because now I can look back and be like, wow, I learned so much, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without Japan. So yeah, sorry, munch break. It's looking at me. Oh yeah, just honing down your goals. That's the main part of it. And another thing is it's not all rainbows. Like when you move and you study abroad, you think you don't have a job and you're living life, but it's like, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Like it kind of did for me get very isolating because the state that I was in, because I speak Japanese. I've spoken Japanese since I was a kid. Like I went to Japanese school. So I did have a little bit more of like an immersive like experience before already going to Japan to study abroad, when I feel like other people in my class or like in my dorm didn't. Like they just don't know a lick of Japanese. They just came to Japan and like they're here to have a good time, which is kudos to them. Like, yes, got it. Yeah, slay. But for me, I was like, no, I'm here to like gain knowledge, and that's why I'm here. And for these other students, I feel like it wasn't all rainbows for me. Like I feel like when you have a different intention than the people who are in the dorm with you, because I feel like if I were to go to, for example, Spain, I'm going to be clueless about like Spanish culture, Spanish anything. Like I'm going to do research, but like I don't know anything about like Spain. So I think then like the study abroad students will click closer because they also don't have any idea about Spain. And it's more so of a proximity thing. Like I don't know if your values would align outside of the dorm, and sometimes it does work. Like sometimes you meet the bestest friends studying abroad in a dorm, like kudos to you. But for me, I think it's a proximity issue, and that's why you're friends with a lot of friends, because you're just in proximity with them, which is crazy because one of the dorm mates is actually one of my like local hometown friends' cousin. Like I literally have grown up knowing this local guy for like forever and ever and ever, and he like is now about to get married and like have a live, I think. But yeah, literally have known this like local uncle for like, not uncle, he's like a little older than me, but yeah, I've known him for like years. And I study abroad in Japan in this random dorm, and he's like, oh yeah, like I have people from Hawaii, I have family. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, what island, like what thing? He's like, oh, so and so. And I'm like, like who would have thought that like we would have met up? Like that's crazy. A lot of the things that the study abroad has taught me is people. Like it's taught me how to navigate people and like navigate how to be like a person, like if that makes any sense. Like I think I had to no longer learn to like wish to be accepted, I think was the main thing, because in my dorm I felt like I never was like accepted, quote unquote, because I would do certain things and fake certain things, and I think I just wasn't being authentic to me. And I think it was just because I wanted friends, but like I wasn't being authentic to who I was. Like my friends were like, oh, like you want to watch Harry Potter? I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then I watch one Harry Potter movie, and then they set up movie nights and I don't go, which is obviously fair enough. Like I don't like Harry Potter. And then I still somehow felt left out, that I'm like, oh, I didn't get invited. Like, right. Like that's me. So just stuff like that, like little silly things where you're just like, oh, like I just learned so much about just navigating people and learning about people and learning how to just read the room, know the things, like, and also just know that like I also had family in Japan, so I really wasn't like extremely stressed out about like not having friends because I had friends everywhere. Like I think that's also something, like don't pressure yourself into thinking that like you're going to make so many new friends and you're going to have the love of your life and you're going to make friends and everything's going to be great and like you're going to meet so many new people. Like obviously you're going to meet a lot of new people, but that does not mean that you have to click with everyone. And I think that was something that I had to learn too, because I'm a fun time and I know I'm a fun time. And I think when I hang out with certain people, sometimes I come home and I'm like, oh, were they also as fun or am I just fun? Like, because you have to know where you put your time and space, because your time studying abroad is very short. It's 4 to 5 months. Like you better be spending that time with people who like value, appreciate you, and like want to do things with you and explore. Like that's the whole point, right? And yeah, and the next thing that kind of tripped me out was dorm mates. I didn't know how much dorm drama there would be. Like, I never stayed in a dorm in college, so it was my first dorm experience, and would I ever dorm again? Probably not. Like, I don't know. I had a house, too, in Japan that they were open to, like, letting me stay, and I was like, no, like, I want to make new experiences and live in this dorm and, like, have fun, and now I'm, like, kicking myself because I'm like, why did I just not, you know? And it just made me really sad because I was like, oh, like I just wish I just took up on the opportunity instead of spending money to stay somewhere where I wasn't going to be happy. But also at the same time, I'm like, oh, you know what? I never would have known what that would have been like if I didn't go. So, you know, wins and losses, pros and cons. I loved having my own space. I loved having my own room. I loved having my own bathroom, like, period. And like I just loved my dorm. Like it was honestly really cute. She was really tea. She served her time. She was amazing. I just really don't think like I could dorm again, just because it was just a lot. It was a lot. Like, and also I just really didn't make an effort to explore Japan. Like I should have done like a whole top to bottom, like exploring Japan, and like I should have like went on, you know, like the bullet train and like went out for a weekend. Like I was very boring, and like I should have just lived it up and been like, oh yeah, like now I can fully say, because like now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I'm like missing out on experiences. Like I want to go and help out on like agricultural farms in like the countryside, and I want to do that, and that's something I really really want to do, and I just feel like I haven't gotten there yet. And it's like been a dream of mine to like help out and volunteer at a farm. So like honestly, I'm just like, you know, the timing will come and like everything will come when it's meant to come. And I know that like opportunities won't escape me. So I just know that I will do it when I can. But I really, really, really enjoyed. I went to this one prefecture. I went to Hyogo, which is right outside of, I don't know. Let's look it up because I don't want to give you the wrong information. Don't fact check me. But Hyogo is like pretty south. It's a prefecture. Where is it? Oh, yeah. It's at the bottom. It's near. Okay. Hyogo is near Kobe, right? No. Stupid. Okay. It's like on the bottom of just the bottom. I really don't know what it's near. And I'm trying to. I know it's near. Is it near Kobe? Was I right? Anyways, it's like in the countryside. And good boy, did I fall in love with Hyogo. I fell in love with Hyogo. And I don't know if it's because I haven't seen mountains in God knows how long. Like, I don't know. I just realized that I'm a girly that loves her nature. I need nature. I need to see a mountain or greenery near me, or else I will lose my mind. But it was really interesting to just see like the different prefectures, and it was really cool. And they did like a flower blossom like festival thing, and so like my friend and I, she was actually doing a year in Japan teaching English to students, and it was really fun. Like I think I would want to do that for like a year or two. See, I just love to do a whole bunch of side quests because I'm like, you know, you never know what kind of side quests you're gonna land on. But I really 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 enjoyed being in Hyogo because it's far. Like it's literally in the countryside. Like you drive and you go to the beach, and like there's a little beach town and a cafe, and you're just like, ugh, like romanticizing your life like every day. Like literally I was looking at her and I was like, how do you live? Because I literally would have lost my mind if, you told me that I get to live in a little garden prefecture. Like, you're kidding. No, literally, you're joking, because why is this region just so pretty? Like, it's literally looks like Studio Ghibli. Like, you know those movies where you see in Ghibli and it's like the town before it like gets absolutely, like, literally, look at how cute. Like, you're joking. Like, you're literally joking. And the mountains, I almost like peed my pants when I saw this mountain. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it literally looks like a monster's just going to pop out of the tree. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, my friend took these of me and I literally have not gone back. Like, they're so cute. But yeah, my friend ate with these camera pictures. But yeah, I just thoroughly so much just enjoyed like just being here. I loved it here. Loved it. And I wouldn't have never known that if I didn't go out for Golden Week. So Golden Week is a specific holiday. It's in May, where it's like a week where they basically, Japanese people just don't have work. So they just go to like whatever prefecture they want to go to. And one of my friends that was studying abroad or was doing the JET program, which is like an English teacher program. Anyway, she was like, hey, do you want to come out for Golden Week? I'm like, yeah, girl. So I popped on that train, traveled 4 hours, and I went to go see her. And it was iconic. Like, I literally felt so much zen. I was like, this is it. Like, I don't know, I just love a like a mountain and a scenery, and I just remember just being like, wow, like, I love being up in the mountains, I love being here, like, this is so nice. And she's like, I don't know, like, I like you get bored. And I'm like, no, like, that's the whole point. Like, you get bored, like, be bored, be present. Like, I still can't believe that people are living life out there like the way it is right now. But anyways, she was tripping out though, because she's like, yeah, it snows. And I was like, yeah, that part, like, haven't accounted for that part. But yeah, it was just insane. Like, I really want to go out there, because it looks like so much fun. Just for like a year, I'm like, I just want to go out there. Or just even do like a big fat Japan trip and just travel up and down Japan, because I have not been to like the place that I want to go. So yeah, a lot of regret about like not exploring Japan. Sorry, that was a huge side tangent, but I think it goes back to the main point of like, explore your area. Like, when you're in Spain, Germany, Japan, Korea, like, explore your area, because that might be the last time you get to go. Like, for me personally, that's not technically an issue for me, because I'm like, okay, like, I can go back, but like, for other people they can't. So I would explore. But yeah, that was a lot of just fun times in Japan, and I loved it. I did everything to the nines though. I partied, I was out in nature, I studied, but I did also become super duper 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 freaking fat. Like, I literally gained so much weight. And I mean, for so many different reasons. I mean, first of all, I was working out so much, and then I moved to Japan, did not work out a bit. I probably worked out 3 times out of the entire 4 months I was there. Like, did not work out at all. And then on top of that, I ate like crap. Like, I would eat whatever I wanted. I would eat like, I borderline might have had some sort of problem, because I would order like Uber Eats of like black tea, like boba drinks. I would get so many boba drinks a week. I would spend so much money on Uber Eats. Like, I literally would spend like my entire bank account on Uber Eats. It was insane. Like, boba, ice cream, convenience store ice cream. I would eat like 3 of them a night. Crazy. So yeah, I was definitely fatso. And it was a lot to like comprehend. But I think when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm fat. Like, so that's why another part of me is like, I should just go on vacation, because I don't want to come back like that again. So who knows? Lots of things to think about. And also, I don't have to stay there for like a whole year. I could honestly do like 3 to 4 weeks and volunteer and left and right and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, lots of things that I want to do. And I'm just so excited for life right now. I'm like, yeah, I want to do so many things. Like, I just want to do so many things. And that accounts to my last single episode. If you listened, it's about just like finding your own path and stuff. And I was like, girly pop, studying abroad will help you find that path so quick. And also, if you ever thought about living in a country, like, you're like, oh, like, I would love to live in so and so, like, study abroad for a little bit. I think if you're in college, it's like the best thing to use to your advantage is just study abroad anywhere. Just pick a place and go. And it'll help a lot because you gain independence. You're away from your family, you're away from home, and you get to live somewhere like new, and it's exciting. Like, I think I wish I kind of also picked like a completely different country. Like, I know that like enhancing my Japanese is like impeccable and amazing, but like I definitely could have like gone to like Australia, New Zealand, or like something where like I would have been tested. Cute vibes. But yeah, I feel like studying abroad is such a gift, and I'm just happy that I'm able to like say I did it. Like, it was really cool. I came back in 4 months. I left in March and I came back in July, and I came back also like 50 pounds heavier. So but yeah, lots of things to like think about before you study abroad. But yeah, that's kind of my main point on this topic. I just really enjoy talking about Japan culture, and like I just love everything about it. But yeah, just to sum it up, I think like the first thing, it's not all rainbows, girly pop. Like, you're gonna have days where you just cry, and you're gonna have days where you're homesick. Oh good lord, I miss my dogs. Like, I was homesick. I miss my dogs. I miss the ocean. I miss the nature. So like pick somewhere that kind of resembles, gives you little pieces of home, I think is something that I would recommend. Like, I should have stayed at this house because I would have, you know, had a little bit of, at least a little bit of nostalgia or a sense of like everything's going to be okay. Because when I was living in a city, I feel like I felt so suffocated, and I feel like that's not the way I wanted to live. But also like test your resilience. Like, when you live in a city, like if you're like, oh, I'm a city girl for sure, like just try living in a city like when you study abroad and be like, oh, like I can't live in this city. Like, just test like a lot of the ideals that you have in your head of like, oh, like I would love if I lived here, and just see like where that takes you. Because I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of people get it skewed of like, oh, like I know that I'll be able to live in the city, like I know I can, and then you live in the city and you're like, oh, I can't live in the city. So yeah, simple things like that. Because I was like, no, I'm a city girl, and then I moved, like I went to the countryside, and I was like, no city girl for me. Yeah. And then second point is just dorm mates, people, connection, relationships. Like, be very intentional about who you spend your time with. Your time there is short, so be picky, be intentional, and also don't be afraid to make new friends. Like, if your dorm mates are like, oh, I'm doing this, and your new friend's like, oh, like we're gonna do this, like hang out with a new friend. Like, go explore new opportunities. Like, you never know who you're gonna meet, you never know who you're going to like become friends with. Like, just go up to random people, be like, hey, like I really like the vibe you give off, like can we just exchange like contact info? Like, literally, it's that simple. Just talk to anybody. I feel like a lot of people who are like sitting alone at campus or like just doing their own thing, like they won't mind. They'll be like, oh yeah, sure, like whatever works. Because I feel like that's how I was. And then the third point is explore. So we got not all rainbows, dorm mates, and explore your area. And that's kind of like my main consensus with studying abroad. But yeah, I loved it so much. It kind of was just all mumbo jumbo this episode. So hopefully it kind of sorted itself out. If you guys made it this far, then comment down below what country you would love to either visit or live in, and I would love to hear it. Like, I think another place that I'm like looking to visit is Spain. I've heard lots of good thing about Spain. So, but yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode of me just yapping about my study abroad experience. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Like, if you have questions too about like studying abroad in Japan and like City Hall and like all that kind of stuff, and you're like stuck, comment those and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And also, yeah, comment down below where you want to live or study abroad, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Ciao.